Anime SnapShot, Kakegurui Compulsive Gambler. There will be no spoilers. Let's go. General info. Kakegurui Compulsive Gambler is a manga from 2014, and it is about gambling. MAPPA Studio, that produced Terror in Resonance and Dororo, produced two 12-episode seasons of Kakegurui in 2017. Manga sold over 5 million copies and garnered enough attention for a live-action movie to be shot in 2019. The plot. The story follows Yumeko Jabami, a young, beautiful, and capable student who is obsessed with gambling, as she journeys through Hyakao Academy, where everything is decided by gambling. In that magical and seductive world of gambling, she meets Ryota. Ryota is a bit wimpy and a submissive character. The two of them survive Hyakao Academy by gambling ruthless students, and the stakes are much more serious than just plain money. At stake could be your status, your honor, and more often than not, your life. Their main adversary on this journey will be the president of the student council, Kirari Momobami, as well as the student council itself, which is, as it goes in anime, more powerful than God itself. What draws you in? For starters, more than 95% of the characters are beautiful girls, which is immediately a great plus. And they all have beautiful and unique designs. The animation quality in general is really well produced, considering this is not an action series. Furthermore, the gambling itself is not just typical casino games, like poker, roulette, or blackjack. The show makes sure that each gambling duel is different and unique. Focuses on the emotions and the emotional state of the characters, and not on the game itself, which is also the greatest strength of this show. The depiction of absolute devotion and addiction to gambling is really accurate. The show gives us an excellent and really accurate depiction of gambling addiction and people who devote their lives to gambling. The feeling you get when you go all in on a bet, as well as the animation and the visual depiction of their fears, discomfort, thrill, and joy are so faithfully depicted in the show that it is easy to believe that the creators themselves were notorious gamblers. The show draws parallel between sexual and gambling excitement, especially with Yumeko Jabami, and it is quite an accurate comparison, to be honest, which can be confirmed by anyone who sat down to gamble more than once in their life. Of course, most successful students on the academy cheat, and we get to enjoy on two levels. The first one is witnessing the game of chance itself, and the second one is the game of wits, who will cheat whom in a better and more devious way. The Hyakao Academy itself is very well thought out, and the connection between the social hierarchy and your ability to successfully gamble is a really cool concept. Those who lose everything to gambling will also lose their future in paying off their debt. They will be brutalized and mistreated like slaves, with a chance of even losing body parts. Once a person gets to become a pet, a person of the lowest social stature, it is almost impossible for them to become students with a normal social status again, which is the show's commentary on the world of capitalism and how people treat those who are of the lowest social status, and how difficult it is for the poorest to turn their life around. The student council antagonists are also very interesting, capable, and intelligent, and they provide an excellent challenge for our main characters. What can turn you away? The main character, Yumeko, doesn't really grow or change throughout her story arc. She is exactly the same person at the end of the show as she was when she first entered the academy. The same goes for Ryota, who barely has any character development through the story. Such character development we can observe in two secondary characters, Merisa Otome and Itsuki Sumeragi, and maybe some other secondary characters, but the main characters have little to none character development. Furthermore, gambling is a bad thing and it is an addiction, and this show, like most shows from gambling anime genre, tends to glorify gambling as a divine or an artistic lifestyle, which can send a wrong message, especially to people who don't really think much about the message of the show. Also, the power of the student council is equal to those of a dictator or a god. They decide the fates of the students, the way how will some of them spend their whole lives, whether some of them will lose a limb or an eye, and they even decide who will die and who will live, which is kinda unrealistic even for a setup like this. Conclusion: if this was just an anime with a bunch of episodes about poker, most people wouldn't find this interesting. Luckily, this show offers much more. Thrilling mind games, the depiction of ruthless and vicious mindset that most professional gamblers have, and beautiful girls who get excited by all this. In its 2 seasons of 12 episodes each, Kakegurui gives us a very interesting depiction of a gambler's mind, and many characters and stories which are simply fun to watch. This show deserves to be given a chance, because it is much more than just a lot of gambling. And that's it about Kakegurui. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Follow us on social networks. Check out our other videos on the channel. That's it. Bye bye.